Happy Halloween. I was thinking about brushing my wig, but I realized that action would be utterly futile.
It's better when it looks like that, I think. I mean, I don't think that witches are like that concerned about their hair or their physical appearance. That's why they have the wart. You don't have a wart.
Oh my god! So annoying. Do you remember that video I shot where I was talking about my witch's wart? I always get a witch's wart, like, on either side of my face. I wish that that could just happen conveniently on Halloween. But, yeah, so I already called my manager and told him that I was going to be late. Because I gotta do my makeup. See, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna, like, cover my face in eyeshadow. It's fun, man. It's fun being crazy. I love it. I love it. See, Halloween, like a mentally ill person can like dress up and not be noticed, you know? Take off the wig. Take off the wig. Okay.
You should cover like your whole face in green.
Yeah. That's good because like I wasn't using this eyeshadow because I'm fighting the patriarchy. Now I haven't worn makeup in a while, mainly out of laziness. Um, and also because I don't fucking need it. It doesn't really help me anyway. Because, like, I still look like a guy. I mean, like, I've gotten called sir with, like, eyeliner on, and, like, full-blown eyeshadow. So I guess they just thought I was gay. Thought I was, like, a gay dude. That's cool. I'll take it. So, uh, I made pot cookies yesterday, and that's always exciting. That's always like a holiday, you know? It's like Christmas. Every time that I wake up, I realize that I have like a bunch of pot butter in the fridge. Just like my reaction to that is very similar to a child waking up on Christmas morning. Do you think this is good? Oh. Good, my teeth are yellow. That's perfect.
You were just preparing.
I was preparing years and years in advance. Just not taking care of my teeth. I told myself, hey, one of these days, Halloween's gonna come around and you know, you're already gonna have the witch costume, because I feel like I look more and more like a witch every day.
You act more and more like a bitch every day. Ah! Ah! Burn!
Sizzle. Oh yeah, so I was thinking, at this time last year, I went trick-or-treating in my drug dealer's neighborhood, and I got broken up with over the phone by this douchebag that I met in the Nashville comedy scene. And I should have known that shit wasn't going to work out because he's not funny at all. But he thought that I was really funny. And I guess because he was in awe of like what we're able to do on stage. I can't see anything, you guys. I'm like a blob right now. But yeah, I guess he thought that I was attractive, like based on my uh, capabilities on stage, but he's a moron. He's such a moron that like he broke up with me via text. Like you have to be a real fucking loser to like not even just be able to tell somebody straight up like, yeah, this isn't gonna work out. Like, and like the thing is, like I knew that like before he said that, you know, it's like, and I was feeling that like, because you can tell like when somebody's not feeling something. You can tell when you're making somebody uncomfortable, you know, and they don't agree with what you have to say. And like we kept having conversations like that, and we'd only known each other for like maybe like a week and a half, something like that. And we had sex and it was awful. Just fucking awful. Probably like the laziest lay I've ever received. And nothing makes me more suicidal than having terrible sex. I'll tell you that. You should put it on your arms too. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But yeah, like I could just sense that like things weren't going well, you know, and I mentioned that and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And he was like, "Yeah, I don't think this is going to work out." And like I called him. He's like, "Yeah, we probably should talk about this, you know, rather than text." I was like, "Yeah, I was thinking the same thing." He did say something that I thought was amusing because he was like, "You know, you're still funny. You're still funny, like even now. You're still funny. Like, especially now I'm funny, motherfucker. Like you're being a fucking dickhead." He's just a lame motherfucker. Really fucking lame, boring. And I think about that. Ooh. I think about all these people that I've had sex with, and it just makes me so ashamed. You know? And I mean, I'm sure that he's ashamed of the fact that he had sex with me too. You know? It's not like anyone's really proud that they had sex with a crazy bitch, you know? Though I did tell him that that would be some kind of claim to fame if anything ever happened with me. Be like, yeah, you can say that you had sex with me and that I was like too crazy for you. But yeah, easily the worst day of my life. Like, uh, I had a really bad lay with this other guy that I dropped acid with, but the thing is, like, we were in acid, so. And I also said I didn't want to have sex with him, so it was kind of sort of rape. But I guess because I was on acid, I was just playing hard to get, right? Don't worry, I'm not gonna hashtag about it. See, the thing is, like, I take responsibility for that though, because like I put myself in that situation, and I feel like a lot of women put themselves in a situation where they know that like hey, if I keep drinking, I'm gonna be less and less capable of fighting a motherfucker off, you know? And like I don't understand how you can play the victim when like you put yourself in a situation and like you know like deep down, I think that everybody has this like instinct, you know, like okay, this isn't going to work out. Like I'm going to get taken advantage of. I don't get a good vibe from this guy, you know? And it's like if you still remain in that situation, then like that's you. I just hate how people just want to like point fingers and just play the blame game and say like, oh, it's this person's fault or it's that person's fault. It's like there are a lot of factors involved. It's not just like men being fucking dogs, you know? I mean, men are dogs, don't get me wrong, but like
It's fucking ridiculous, man. And it's like if you even bring that up, like people get so mad because they're just like, "How dare you?" I'm like, I'm not saying that you're not a victim. I'm saying that like a lot of times people choose that because they realize that they can get attention that way. You know, it's so sad. Like for every person that's like legitimately victimized, you know, like for every woman that's actually been raped, like literally raped, like you know what rape is, right? I hope you do. I'm sure that you don't though, because a lot of people, I think a lot of people just have no idea what the fuck it is. Uh, but it's like, yeah, for every woman that's legitimately raped, there's like probably going to be at least 50 women that like hear about it that are like, oh wow, she got a bunch of attention. I'm going to pretend that I was raped. You know, I'm going to embellish this story and make it seem like it's a lot worse. And I don't even think that they realize that they're doing it. Maybe they do. And just to let you know, like if you're the kind of person that does that, if you embellish a story just so you can get attention, so people feel sorry for you because you play the victim and like you haven't really experienced anything that traumatic, but you're just a horrible, horrible person who should be suicidal. Like I just don't understand that. Like I feel like a lot of women, like we can get away with a lot because like we can always play the victim, you know? And that's what I don't like about it. I hate that about my gender. And I hate that men like see us as weak, you know? But that's how women want to be perceived. Like I am becoming less and less feministic or whatever. You're empowered though with yourself, you know, like way more so than anybody else, I think. Well, it's because like I know who I am and like I'm not relying on a man to like fix me. Like, you know, I think a lot of time, and this isn't just a female thing. I feel like a lot of people want somebody else to like determine the direction that their life goes. Or like, you know, I mean, but oftentimes you hear about it with, you know, women like longing for a man to save them and protect them and be the makeshift daddy, basically. Um, I get it. I have daddy issues too. Like that's always what I think about. That's always what I'm like fantasizing about. It's just like somebody holding me while I cry uncontrollably. But I mean, it happened this morning, or not really this morning, this afternoon. Um, it's like my disorder makes me feel like I'm the victim all the time. Like I have to fight that. So it just, I guess it bothers me that so many people just succumb, you know? They're like, oh, well, I guess this is just what I have to do, you know? I see like so many women are just following suit. It's like, I don't think that it's because like, oh, they were actually sexually violated. Oh, what, maybe your ass got grabbed by some drunk motherfucker at a club and you want to say that you were raped? Or like maybe some guy like undressed you with his eyes and made you really uncomfortable at a bar. Whoa, you know? So much trauma for you. Like it's just, man. Maybe it's like I don't like I've been like sexually assaulted or whatever the fuck. I don't not it's not sexual assault though. I mean, but in relationships. Yeah, like every time it's been with somebody I've been with. It hasn't been like because I feel like rape happens the most in relationships, in marriages, you know, because you don't hear about it. You know, I'm sure it happens way more and it's a lot less violent too. You know, so it's like that's why you don't hear about it because it's just more subtle, you know? Like women are just expected to provide a service for their man, you know? It's fucking ridiculous. It's like I've had that experience where it was like borderline rape, okay? Like What about that one time? Like, oh my God, this one time? Okay, so I'm sure you guys are going to be shocked that I'm into BDSM. Long before 50 Shades of Garbage, I might add. At this one time, I was tied up by my boyfriend at the time, and I told him specifically, do not fuck me in the ass. That is one thing that I do not want. Guess what that motherfucker tried to do to me? Like, I fucking broke my restraints, man. I got out of it, and I should have broken up with him that night. See, this is my problem. Like, I mean, I didn't play the victim about it or nothing, but I really should have just broken up with him based on that act alone, you know? Have no respect for my boundaries, you know? Like, that's the one thing I don't want to do, and, like, of course, that's what you want to do. I mean, I just thought that was fucked up, you know? Really, really fucked up. So if you're dating a guy named Joel Beaupre, just know that he's an ass rapist. Almost. I'm so bad. See, that's the thing. I'm not going to get on, like, social media and, like, say a bunch of shit about guys that have, like, hurt me in the past, you know? Like, I'm not going to do that. I'll do that on my YouTube channel where I can be a lot more descriptive. So, yeah, like, just keep that in mind the next time you want to rape a bitch. Just be like, you know, she's going to get on... She's got to get on the internet and talk all kinds of shit about me. Because I'm sure that's what rapists are very concerned about, right? You know, like, oh man, my image. I can't fuck this bitch without consent, you know? She's going to talk some shit about me later on. Like, I mean, a lot of people would think, oh, this is wrong that you're joking about this. I'm like, well, we need to talk about this and we need to be able to laugh about it. And if we can't laugh about it, then we're not going to be able to talk about it. So people can get mad at me all they want, but I feel like I'm right about this. This isn't just like rape culture. This isn't just like, oh, men have no respect for women. This is like women don't have respect for themselves. That's why they keep putting themselves in the same situations and then expecting different results. You guys are fucking insane, according to Alcoholics Anonymous. So I don't know. I just... It's like I want women to do better. I want women to not just be women. And, like, that's what... Like, I don't understand feminism. I don't understand the direction that anybody is going. I don't. I don't get this country. I don't get conservatives. I don't get liberals. I don't get people that claim to be free thinkers, but they're still on Twitter. Like, you know... See, I just got off Instagram, and it's one of the best decisions I ever made. One of the worst decisions I ever made was to get on Instagram. So... I only did it because the black dude told me to do it. And if you're black, I'm a lot more likely to listen to your advice. That's my racism for you. But I don't know, man. I want to be empowered by these things in myself. I feel like I am now. I wasn't for a long time. I was just a victim. But because I know myself, because of education, I educated myself. And now I'm able to do a lot with it. You know, so many people, they don't want education. They just rather stay ignorant so they can stay angry. Well, that's stupid. That's fucking stupid. The answer to everything, I realized this like recently and I was like, oh my God, why is this genius? It's so fucking simple. Education, yo. Education. That is the solution. We need a fucking tutorial on rape. We need a tutorial on consensual sex, what it is, what it isn't. We need another tutorial on victimhood. It's like, no, if you were legitimately raped, I'm not talking to you. I'm sorry for you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that happened. I mean, like, I think about it because, like, all I do is empathize, man. I just think about what it would be like to be in this position or that position. And, like, I can't even say the name of that motherfucker. That Jew. That dirty Jew. Yeah, like, the thing is, just look at him. Just look at pictures of him. He looks like a fucking, dirtbag. He does. And I can usually just look at a picture of somebody and tell you exactly, you know, the kind of person they are. You know, just like being in a drive-through, because I worked in drive-throughs for a long time. You know, I can tell you straight up within 5 seconds if somebody's a good person or not. You know, just by the way they talk to me, just by the way that, like, their body language, everything. A lot of people think, oh, it's the bumper sticker. Like, no, it's not the bumper sticker. It's like, usually it's the drive, like the way that you drive too. Angry people on the road are typically not good people in the drive-through. I've noticed. And so I just think, like, wow, if you're angry on the road and then you're mean in the drive-through, you're probably an asshole father. You probably beat your wife. Like, I just, like, that's the conclusion that I draw. Oh my God, Amy. You're taking this a little too far. Taking it too far. So I bitched about this yesterday when I was making pot cookies. That's right. I make pot cookies and I'm still fucking angry about the world. And about how everybody's like pissed off and I don't think anybody knows why. You know? So it's just like people are just getting pissed off about different things. You know, that's what they're doing. That's what this country's doing. They're trying to like create a state of panic. And so they're freaking everybody out. You know, and like they're making all sides like act out. You know, like the Nazis are acting out. And then like black people are acting out, and now the feminists are acting out, and now like it's gonna freak out the men and like the fucking, you know, chauvinistic, sexist men are gonna act out, and like it's just divide and conquer. That's what they're doing. It's fucking easy. This country's retarded. You guys are like pre-natal. America, the United States of America, it should have a gigantic diaper surrounding it with like just shit like pouring out. That should be the imagery for America. Like, I think that Americans should have pacifiers instead of smartphones. You know? Like, shouldn't the term smartphone, shouldn't that tell you something? If you have to have a smartphone in your pocket at all times to keep you in a state of stability, like there's something terribly wrong. Like if everybody in society has to do this, except those in third world countries that are really struggling, you know, isn't that sad that I would rather live in a third world country? I mean, I know this sounds so ignorant right now. You should visit. You should go to Africa. I really want to go to Africa. I don't know which country to go to because there's so many in Africa. Africa's a big-ass continent, man. Big-ass continent. But see, I just don't want to go with some American, you know, because I'm pretty sure, like, it's funny when, like, people say that, like, Americans, like, get a bad reputation or whatever, like, other countries. I'm like, yeah, because Americans are stupid and they're ignorant and, like, they feel entitled to everything and they're impatient. And, I mean, there's this little Scottish lady that comes through my drive-thru sometimes, and like I gave her a small drink, and she was like, "That's the small?" And I was like, "Welcome to America," and she laughed and laughed. Should use that in a bit. Yeah. The small? I worked on my Scottish. Just read Trainspotting again. Oh, yeah, I know, right? Oh, yeah, I forgot that I ate a pot cookie. I'm like, what's going on? What's happening to me? Okay, do you guys think this looks all right? Do you think I look witchy enough? I look witchy enough? You should sing Wicked all day. That's such an amazing musical. It just makes me miss Lindsay Doyle. I love you. I wish we were still friends. Because I think about you all the time. I was just thinking about how, fuck, this is going to ruin my makeup. Just going to have tear streaks. Yeah. I'm the sad witch.
kind of want to just use all this makeup, but I know I'm not going to be able to. But yeah, I was just thinking about people in my life that I don't see anymore, or like people in my life like I just seem so crazy. And I feel like I can't have a real relationship with anyone. And anytime that I do, I just cut it short, because I just can't fucking handle it. And it's like, this is why I don't feel like the victim, because I can do a lot. Like, I can make jokes, I can write stories, I live in this other reality that's not reality. It's based off reality, but it's not reality. And it's a much better version of reality. Much better. Much better. Like, it's fantastic, man. It's a fantastical version of reality. But I feel like a lot of people understand that, just like living in another sphere, like another like part of their mind, like I don't really think that just means like, oh, you're a borderline personality. But if you do this all the time, you're probably a borderline personality. I don't know, you might be like schizo or something. I don't mean schizophrenic. I mean, there are different types of schizo. There's schizotypal. I'm very schizotypal-esque. And then what else? There's schizophrenic, of course, and then there's schizoid. I'm schizoid as well. But of all the disorders that I understand and that make the most sense out of my life, it's borderline personality. Just quiet borderline. I don't act out, though. Like, anytime that I get really sad, depressed, angry, and all those negative emotions, I just internalize them and I release them in my own sphere. I mean, I try to release them in the regular sphere and like people just freak out. They don't know. They don't know what to do. Because, it's like, it's hard to watch somebody cry. I think it's just, I've been watching myself cry for so long that I just don't care anymore. That's why it's like when I see other people cry, I'm just like, all right, whatever. And people think I'm just like so heartless. And I'm like, I just start laughing. I'm like, hey man, just laugh at it. Eventually you're going to be laughing. But people don't understand that. They're like, why would you laugh at somebody that's crying? I'm like, well, because that's what I do for myself, bitch. I was like, I just cried 10 minutes ago. Shut the fuck up. You think I'm fucking insensitive? Like, that's why, maybe. I'm insensitive because of what I deal with myself personally. So it just makes me kind of like, I guess, not take people that seriously, because I'm like, you're not mentally ill. Shut up. Like, I don't know. But I understand, like, I realize that that's not fair. Like, don't think that I don't see the fallacy of that, because I'm like, wow, you're a bitch, Amy, because one of my friends, she got mad at me for like laughing when she started crying, and she was like, I don't understand, like, why. And I was like, look, I'm sorry, like, I have the opposite reaction to everything as everybody else in the world, I think. I mean, like, any advice you give me, it's probably not going to work for me. It's probably be like the opposite of that advice, like that's gonna work. Like, I'll give you an example. I'm a recovering alcoholic, and a lot of people in recovery would tell you that you have to like change your environment and not hang out with people that drink or use drugs or, well, I mean, I still use drugs. That's another no-no. Yeah, a major no-no. Yeah, but okay, he hasn't tried to call me back. I'm just like waiting for them to be like, okay, Amy, get on with it. Just remember you're on CP time though.
CP time. So, well, I said, well, CP time's 15 minutes, so I'm naturally 15 minutes late, so that would be 4:15. It's 4:30 now, so approximately 4:30 now, approximately. And but you said you were gonna be late. Okay, you gotta leave in like 5, 10 minutes. 10 minutes at the most, baby. 10 minutes at the most. You don't want to be like an hour late. Just 45 minutes, not an hour. An hour's too long. What was I saying? God fucking damn it. I hate it when I lose my train of thought. It happens all the time. Opposite reaction. AA. Recovery. I don't miss alcohol. Like, when I'm around, like, I miss drinking. Like, when I'm alone at my house, I miss drinking. When I'm alone at my house, I miss smoking cigarettes. When I go to bars and I'm like immersed in like cigarette smoke and I smell alcohol and everyone's drunk and boozing it up, you know, like I feel comfortable. Like, and it's like other people can have that. It's cool because like I'm not jealous of that. Like I know I can't have that experience. I'm used to that. Like when I'm around other people that have, like I realize the reason that I can just stay sober and it's like a completely different experience for me. It's just like, it's because everything's a completely different experience for me as a borderline personality. Like, I mean, my entire life, I've just been waiting for this feeling to come that I've just been expecting, you know? But really, I just feel numb. Like, I feel numb when I feel like I'm supposed to be feeling something, and then I feel everything else. Like, it overcompensate for the lack of feeling. Hold on, I'll be right back. Did y'all hear that? That was really funny, what I just said. You don't look like a witch, you just look really crazy. Well, I'm fixing to look a little bit more like a witch. And still crazy, of course, but that's a given. See, this is how I identify myself. I know myself really well because of my personality disorder. Really, really well. Like, I've had all this time to get to know myself because nobody understands me. I mean, look at me. It's like I'm 8. Like it better when you do that. Yeah, I'm a prettier witch. Like you're a pretty witch when you put your hair like this. So I cracked my screen. That's why my computer's been doing that flipping out on me thing. Sucks, man. Thinking about a hair tie, but fuck that. Like could just get a rubber band. Because I was thinking, like, did witches have hair ties back in the day? I don't think that they did. I don't think that hair ties have been invented yet. So, like, but I'm sure that they had rubber bands. I'm sure that people pay so much attention to Halloween costumes that they're going to be like, hey, that's not historically accurate. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Well, we're going to go. Okay, he just texted me, but he just texted me a question. It wasn't like, where are you? It was like, do you close tonight? Unfortunately. The thing is, though, I'm off tomorrow. But will I go do comedy? Probably not. See, this is the thing. I've been going to do comedy at this one place that's like about, I guess, like, without traffic, I think it would probably be like a 30-minute drive. Maybe a little more than that. But it's not anywhere near as far from my house. It's not as much of a pain in the ass. Like East Nashville, dude, I always think I'm gonna die. Like I almost got like run over off the road by a fucking semi truck, like trying to merge into this one lane. It was a horrifying experience. But yeah, it's like, is it worth that? Is it worth that to do stand-up comedy in a different place? Because like that's the thing. I'm very scary. Everything that I do, like I said, I have a different experience, and it's usually very scary. But I'm gonna start another video. You need to put this one up. I know. See, here's the thing. I've been doing videos recently, but I don't put them up because I'm like there's this part of me that's like, that's too offensive. It's too offensive. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, do you really think? And this is why social media exists. I figured it out. You guys. You like it? I just threw my fucking slobber at you. Ooh, feel that. What was I saying? Jesus Christ. See, maybe like it's like I worry that people are gonna watch this stuff and they're gonna get like offended or they're gonna get upset. And then I'm like, Amy, like you're already doing it. You've already put up multiple videos of yourself like taking a shit and like talking about masturbating and like saying all kinds of stuff that's like so like out there and people don't understand. Like, why are you so afraid? Like, there's no point in being paranoid when you're already fucking doing it, you know? But here's like I said with social media, the reason why people are on social media is because it's like half-assed, you know? Like you don't have to like really make an effort. This is gonna turn into a bit. Eventually, yes. You don't have to make an effort. It's just short and sweet, or short and mean, you know? Or then it's like a series of short and mean tweets, you know? Now it starts. Series of short and mean tweets. So, like, people aren't gonna watch my thing. I mean, they're not gonna like watch so much of it that I mean, the only people that are gonna watch it are people like me, people that are like weird. If you're a fucking weirdo, hello, nice to meet you. Sorry, my hands are dirty. See, I'm used to just interacting with nothing, so This makes so much sense to do this. I don't know if anything's going to come out of it. That would be cool. The thing is, like, yeah, people don't have that attention span. I mean, that's why social media, like, that's why that black dude told me to get on Instagram. Because he was like, you know, like, that's how you could find a following. I mean, I get it, because if I put up any, like, short videos of myself just being funny or weird or whatever, like, I could totally see that happening. But I don't want to do it that way. I just don't. And I don't have a smartphone. And so, like, I had to use Grambler or whatever the fuck it's called. You need to delete that. It's probably taking up space in your computer. Yeah, I'm going to delete it because I don't need it no more. I was Queen of Saline. Isn't that funny? I think that's clever. That's the only thing that bummed me out about it. I was like, that's a really good profile name. See ya. Really this time. See ya.